another edition of Ebony Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget, right here on the beaches of Punta Cana, dab smack in the middle of a pandemic. Okay, we're not wearing our masks because you see, there's no one around us. We're practicing social distancing. The beach is pretty empty. Not a lot of people around, but the few people that are, everybody's kind of spread out. So in a minute, we'll give you a little view of what's going on around us. This is usually a pretty busy area. This is Stanzamar Apartments here, and they usually have the lawn chairs out, a beach volleyball game going on. And Devlin will pan over there and show you there are no chairs out, no beach volleyball. So take a look. That's Stanzamar. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys that. So we are practicing social distancing. So today's episode, guys, is going to be short. Maybe not. It's going to give you some tips on moving abroad, some things we've talked about, some things that I want to point out as more and more people are moving to the Dominican Republic. I'm seeing more and more things that I want to talk about. First of all, you got to learn some Spanish. Learn Spanish, learn Spanish, learn Spanish, okay? Even if it's just a few words, a few things you want to be able to say, like hello, how are you, where is this, how much is this, just a few things and a few pleasantries. Thank you, please, you know, just a few things that help you navigate and get through your day. Most people here in the tourist area of Punta Cana do speak some English, so you won't have a hard time. It's not necessary to become fluent in Spanish to move here, because that'll come in time, because Dominican Spanish is a lot more different than Argentinian Spanish or European Spanish or Mexico Spanish. So, you know, everybody speaks it a little bit different. So it takes some time. But that's just my first tip, okay? Second tip. Leave the stress and worries in the United States. I say if you are bringing a lot of baggage here with you in the form of stress and worry, now may not be the time for you to move abroad or anywhere. You know, get your life in order. Make sure that when you move and do something as grand as moving abroad to another country, that your mind is clear, that you are ready for your adventure, you're ready for this new chapter, this new journey in your life. Okay? So leave the worry and stress behind you. Next tip, and I am using notes today. Next tip is don't come expecting to find everything that you have in the United States, okay? So I know Devlin loved his coffee. He was looking for international creamer. It's here. Sometimes the grocery stores have it every now and then. When it's there, he get it. Sometimes we pass on it because if they have only the large one, we're not paying $10 for creamer. We're not paying $8 for creamer. So we get the carnation creamer. Devlin makes himself a good cup of coffee. Call it a day. Don't come looking for Taco Bell. There's not one in Punta Cana. There's not a McDonald's in Punta Cana. So here you're going to learn to cook. You're going to learn to eat fresh fruits and vegetables and healthier, not processed, always having processed food and fast food. And I told you guys, there are a few fast food restaurants here. I probably don't need to go through the list again with you. But just don't come here expecting everything to be as it is in the U.S. Because if that's the case, why did you leave the U.S., right? So you're coming looking for a new adventure, new life, a new lifestyle. And you can do that here in the Dominican Republic. You just got to leave your United States thinking behind you, okay? And they're jamming on the beach. I'm loving the music. I hope you all can hear. Okay, next tip is don't treat everyone like a suspect. Everybody's not a suspect. Did you treat everybody like a suspect in the United States? Then why are you coming to the Dominican Republic and treating everybody like a suspect? All right, just because the Dominican Republic is a developing country doesn't mean that it is a poor country doesn't mean that it's a country full of uneducated people. It doesn't mean that it's a crime-infested country. The Dominican Republic crime here is way less than crime in the United States, okay? Because we're not allowed to have guns here. And you know me, I was a gun-toting, card-holding, licensed gun holder in Texas, you know? But in Dominican Republic, I don't feel the need to be strapped. Let me say it that way. So, you know, crime is everywhere, but it's a different kind of crime. There aren't rapes every day. There isn't a wide case of police brutality killing black people. So it's a different kind of crime, more petty crimes. I mean, homicides happen mostly in the larger cities like Santo Domingo or up north, Puerto Plata. They have more homicides than we do here in Punta Cana. So don't treat everyone like a suspect. Come here with the mindset that people are good and that until they do otherwise, you're going to treat them with kindness and patience like you should be treating people in the United States, okay? So that's just something, a rule of thumb, you know, right now. And I know everyone knows that the economy here is taking a hit, of course, but not everybody is standing around begging for your dollars. They're not begging for your American dollars. You may have more people now asking you if you need any type of domestic service, like if you need a housekeeper or if you need a driver. Yeah, those things are coming up because their regular tourism jobs are not available. There is somebody out there enjoying a boat. You know, we might have to try to hitch a ride and get out there and get on the boat and have some fun with them today. But we're gonna just have a good time right here on the beach, enjoying the sun, getting our vitamin D, and just enjoying life. All right. Next one is don't flash stacks. Everybody in the U.S. know what that means. Do not go to the bar on the beach and order a $5 drink and pull out a stack of $100 bills and then get mad when someone comes up to you looking for a handout. You don't want to do that. You know, while you're here, don't exchange money at the airport. Go to one of the currency exchange places. You're going to get a good rate. Break down those stacks, those thousands, those hundreds, you know, that you feel you had to come to the Dominican Republic with. Break down your money to small bills. Then when you go out, you go shopping, you're on the beach, all they see are ones and fives, okay? So then that way, and Bella just flipped over and made me lose my notes. And that way you won't be so much of a target, okay? So remember, don't flash stacks. Got it? All right, okay. Next tip is, if someone asks where you're from, don't get suspicious. Don't think there's a motive behind it. And that's a shout out to one of my friends who just moved here. Because most of the time, people are just wanting to make conversation. Soon as you say you're from Houston, what did they say, Devlin? James Harden. Like, he's Houston to the rest of the world. James Harden. They know James Harden. If you say you're from New York, what are they going to say? Times Square, Jay-Z. You know, those are things they know. So it's not like, oh, American, and they're gonna sit around and follow you and scam and plot on how to get with you. It's not even that serious. I think they just want to most of all make conversation or show you that basically they're worldly. They know about the United States, or they want to practice their English on you. Don't make everything a serious issue, because every time it's not. All right, let's see what else. Again, be kind. In the Dominican Republic, people don't really care how privileged your lifestyle was in the United States. So you don't have to come and sit with Dominicans and talk about your Maserati you had in the United States, or your convertible BMW, or how many Harley Davidsons you had in the garage, or how big your house was. They don't really care. And if you're missing that, stay in the United States. Right now might not be the time you're ready to retire, because if you couldn't bring all your material goods and things with you, you know, oh well, it's like, who really cares? But my thing is, be kind to people. They don't know about all these material things. And in the Dominican Republic, like what we're doing right now, this is living. This is life. Not a care in the world. The beach is available, free beach. Get out, enjoy the sunshine. And what I tell people that I know that have moved here, if you're not taking at least 3 showers a day, you're really not living the Dominican lifestyle, because you're not enjoying all this beautiful warm weather. You're not getting out to the beach. You're not exercising outdoors. You're just laying up in the house in the AC or under the ceiling fan watching Netflix. No. So I'm going to challenge everybody that's in the Dominican Republic. Minimum 3 showers a day. That means you're getting your workout in. You're enjoying this Dominican lifestyle. Okay, next tip is try some of the local fruits. You know, they're on every tree. We have actually found a papaya tree, so we have been hunting down the papayas. Mangoes everywhere, bananas everywhere. Those are local. And then there's a star fruit. So don't be afraid to try new things. That's what this journey is about. That's what moving abroad is having a different lifestyle, doing different things, eating different things. And that's what I love about it. You never know what you're going to try each day. You never know what each day is going to bring if you're willing to immerse yourself into a new culture. And so that's what you got to do. All right, let me just see. Oh, and I know what I wanted to point out too. When you go places and you recently moved abroad, and I'm just going to talk about the United States and Dominican Republic, because that's all I really know. So when you get here, and if someone is rude to you, don't think they're being rude to you because you're an American or because you're black or because you're darker than the other Dominicans. Think that person might just be rude. Hell, because we got rude people in the United States. There are rude people here in the Dominican Republic. But I don't take it personal, you know? I just think that person might be having a bad day. That person may just have a raggedy ass attitude, but you never know, you know? But don't take it personal. It doesn't represent the majority of the Dominicans. Dominican people are very friendly, very nice. I speak to everybody. Everywhere I go, I speak to everybody. And we got here, this is our first time to this end of the beach since we've been back in July. And the first person I see is one of the guys that handles the tours, books the seats on the beach. And he had this huge smile on his face when he saw me. And he was like, you get more prettier every time. Okay, of course, that made me feel terrific. I love the compliment. He didn't have to say it. It was just the kindness of the Dominican people here. But I could tell he was genuinely glad to see me, and I was genuinely glad to see him, because that means he is still out here hustling, still out here trying to survive and make a living. So kindness, everybody, goes a long ways. So when you're biking around the island or riding in your car or walking, speak. It doesn't hurt anything, because you never know. You're in a foreign country, not fluent in Spanish. You may need that person to help you. So that's just a rule of thumb. Be kind to everybody. And you can do that in the United States. It won't hurt, okay? And let's see. Don't act gullible or naive. And I'm going to tell you something. There's scammers here. Whoops. There are scammers here, just like there are scammers in the United States. They're not on every corner, but I think a lot of Americans move here with their guard up, because they read too many expat blogs, they read too many Facebook posts saying that every person around every corner is out to get you. When we first got here, there's a man that wanted to guard our bikes. I was like, that's what we have locks for. I don't need you to guard my bike. So he had his hand out, wanted to get a tip when we got back. And I just said, okay, for what? What do you want a tip for? What did you actually do? He was like, forget it. Okay, I'm not gullible, I'm not naive. So he wasn't able to run the scam on me. So we had friends to come down, right? They had a car, went to Texaco, got gas. The amount of gas you pay is on the pump, just like in the US. So if it says $2,200 on the pump, why would you give the attendant $3,000 if he says $3,000? So are you giving him a tip? Okay, so then afterwards they asked Devlin and I, if the pump says $2,200, why did he ask for $3,000? No, why did you give $3,000? Okay, so that just shows he got you. He got a tip because you were too afraid to ask questions because you didn't understand any Spanish. You don't have to know Spanish if you know numbers. If it says 2,200 on the pump, only pay 2,200 unless from the kindness of your heart you want to give him a tip. If he asks for anything more that's on the pump, he's building in his own tip. He's scamming you. So if you come acting like a tourist, acting like this is all foreign to me, I don't know what to do, I don't understand the language, whatever they ask for, then get ready to shell out your money. Period. That happens in the U.S. So don't come to the Dominican Republic thinking that everybody's a scammer. This would never happen in the U.S. Absolutely it would. But we carry ourselves differently when we're at home. You know, people aren't able to get over on us as much when we're on our own land. This is foreign land to you, so I get it. But still, practice common sense. You know what I mean? So come here. Don't be gullible. Don't be naive. Don't get scammed. If you have questions, put them in the comments. Ask me. You know, I'm here for you. I haven't been scammed since I've been here. All right? And our house hasn't been broken into. We were gone for 4 months. We had Sharon checking on the house. No one robbed us. And I see people putting in the expat Facebook page. Oh my God, can I move there without living in a gated community, without having bars on the window? Yeah, of course you can. It just depends on how safe you feel. I'm in a gated community, but I don't have bars on the window. I didn't pick a gated community solely because of the security aspect of it. Of course, that was one of it. But I picked it because I like to be surrounded by beauty. Cocotal is a beautiful community. It's a golf course that brings a lot of money to Punta Cana. So I know that they're always going to keep it maintained. Right now, you would not know that there was a pandemic. Right now, you would not know that a tropical storm just hit because the grounds are clean, the landscapers are out there working. So those were my reasons for choosing to be inside a gated community. So you have to find your reasons. You have to find your what's going to be most important to you. And if it's safety, then go with the gated community, because bars on the windows are ugly to me. I hate it. I wouldn't live with bars on the window in the U.S. I don't plan to move to a beautiful island and be retired and live a place with bars on the window, because who wants to look at that, right? So do your homework. Ask people who are actually living in the community, who are living here. Don't ask people in the Facebook group that still live in Connecticut, that still live in Texas, that still live in Miami. They can't answer those questions for you. All they're going to do is pass on misinformation. So ask people that are actually here where the spots are that seem to be safer, where the spots are that are being maintained, that are beautiful, that are clean. So those are things that you want to know when you're deciding to move here. All right? Okay? Oh, did I say learn some Spanish? I think I did, but I think I'll say it again. Learn some Spanish. All right. And then another thing is, don't come here in a hurry. Your emergency is not their concern. Unless you're calling 911 and you're having a heart attack or a stroke and it's a medical emergency. But your emergency to get your house painted, or to get your sink unclogged, or to get your washing machine working, those are not their emergencies. So as we just recently told some of our friends, our golf cart was acting up. We wanted a tune-up. Called the mechanic. He showed up 5 days later with a smile on his face, fixed it for free, no problem. Everybody's happy. So those are things that you're going to have to learn to deal with. Not everybody comes 5 days later. Some people only come 5 hours later or a couple hours later, but they're going to come late 9 times out of 10 until you say, can we do this on American time? Because I have some other things I have to do. But most of the time we don't have anything else we have to do because we're retired. So don't come here in a hurry. Don't come here with your USA mentality that you are the center of the world and everything has to be done right now. Because it's not going to aggravate anybody but you. You're going to be the only person upset at the end of the day. Dominicans are going to still be smiling. They're still going to provide their service. They're still going to do the best that they can in the form of customer service. And then they may ask you to join them for a beer later on. So that's the Dominican way. That's the Dominican lifestyle. So get with it. All right. And let me say, I think this is my last tip, y'all. Be prepared to learn a new way of doing things. Prime example. Okay, so we need to do laundry, and I told y'all how I base my laundry based on the weather because I don't have a dryer. So at home I had a huge laundry room, washer, dryer. I can wash in the middle of the night, do what I want to do. Here in the Dominican, I gotta have a beautiful day like this to dry my clothes. So I plan, I watch the weather. That's a new way of doing things, right? And we don't have a car. So another new way of doing things is getting on our bicycles, riding to the gate, locking up our bicycles, getting on the bus, going to get groceries, coming back. So I came here with an open mind, and I'm telling you all, if you want this to be your heaven, your paradise, your retirement dream come true, you need to follow those tips. You need to bring the right attitude. You need to bring your smile. You need to bring your open mind, and and just kind of put yourself in the Dominican culture. Don't come here and just want to be a standout. Let everybody know you're from the U.S. Who cares, right? You want to come here and be a part of the Dominican lifestyle if you're choosing the Dominican Republic. I'm glad I chose it. I love it. I love being here. I'm sure I'm going to shoot another episode with tips and revisit some of these tips again, like what? Learning Spanish. So, guys, but I'm just wanted to wish everyone that has moved here recently, people that are moving in the next few months or have been delayed because of the pandemic, think about all of these things and get your mind in the right place to be able to move here and enjoy it and love it. I love it. I don't have to take vacations anymore. This is a vacation for me every single day. And if Davlin shoot down and show Bella, okay, this is an island dog right here. She quickly got used to the Dominican lifestyle. Bella's been swimming in the ocean for a while, and you see we got sand all on us. So we've been just enjoying our Dominican life, So she's kind of pooped, but it's getting hot because we were sitting under the sun taping. So we're getting ready to get back in the ocean, enjoy the water. But guys, if there are any other tips from expats that are living here and things that you think other people should know before moving abroad, put it in the comments. I'm going to do another episode like this in a couple of weeks or a few months, and I'll put your tips on my list. And again, if there are any expats here that want to be on Ebony Ladies in the DR, reach out to me. I love to have you on the show. Anytime, we can film it right here on the beach. Or if you're a person that requires AC, hey, we can do it at my house under the AC. No problem. Just let me know, okay? But I am Bridget. This is Ebony Ladies in the DR, right here every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. My subscribers are going up slowly, but my number of viewers are going through the roof. So I thank everybody for watching the show. But don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. Okay, but I am loving doing this show. Any comments, I appreciate. Any feedback, I appreciate. Anything you want to know. Once the stores are open, I will be moving around Punta Cana. But until then, I'm getting ready to go get in this water and have a great day. Everybody be safe, take care. Where's my mask? Wear your mask when you're going out, and just continue to enjoy life, be happy, be safe. And what else? Don't forget to vote. Vote blue if you want to change America. Until then, talk to you soon.